New at 6, are ICE agents racially profiling people in Hamtramck? That's what a Muslim civil rights group is warning people is happening.
And 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig, she's live in Hamtramck with the story. Kim, do we know that they're providing any evidence that this is happening?
Well, no.
What it appears is that they're fishing to see if they can find undocumented individuals out in the community.
Are agents for Immigration and Customs Enforcement targeting people in Hamtramck? That's what the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, says has been happening in the last few days.
There has been Snapchat videos and pictures of them conducting traffic stops.
The Hamtramck Police Department was not notified if there was any ICE presence in Hamtramck, so we have absolutely no information.
And we talked to Hamtramck police ourselves, and they say they have no information that ICE agents are conducting traffic stops or going door to door.
What are you feeling on this day with all these raids happening across the country?
Pain, concern.
Fad Saeed is a Waterbury community activist who's also a board member with CAIR, a national civil rights organization that looks out for the rights of immigrants in Connecticut and across the country.
People feel targeted.
His group spent the weekend letting immigrants in the impacted cities know their rights should ICE agents knock on their doors.
We're telling our followers to make sure that they don't open their doors to any ICE agents unless they have a signed criminal warrant from a judge, to remain silent, make sure they're not speaking to these people, to uphold to the Fifth Amendment. Do not sign anything that these ICE agents are trying to give you. It's a climate of fear. It's not only a climate of fear, it's a climate where people feel unwelcome. You know, you could have been here 20, 30 years, paying your taxes, never even committed a crime in your life, and all of a sudden your life is in a tangle.
And again, none of the raids happening here in Connecticut.
Another group taking action, the Council on American Islamic Relations.
Just want to know what will happen to their family, because they understand that it's not just deportation, it's family separation.
This morning, CAIR National reissued this community advisory ahead of those anticipated raids.
In the advisory, CAIR officials.
When you're stressed out, the first thing you forget is your rights.
The Council on American Islamic Relations has called this activity an attack on undocumented immigrants. KRON 4's Dan Thorne, live for us tonight in the city with more reaction. Dan.
That's right, Ken. CAIR is saying that this is targeting innocent families, and they are using exclusion in order to attack these families who are just trying to better themselves. And they're calling on people to stand up for their neighbors, for these people who are living in their communities, despite them being undocumented immigrants.
This weekend we have numerous families who are living in terror and fear of being deported. I mean, you have families who are facing being split apart. You know, right now we have children in cages, so obviously this is a real fear and this is a real threat.
Samina Usman with the Council on American Islamic Relations says the Trump administration is trying to rile up his base by targeting undocumented immigrants.
This president has had no problem with separating families, whether it be through the Muslim travel ban or whether it be through deporting families.
And the country's largest statewide LGBTQ civil rights organization, Equality California, is asking people to step up and defend their undocumented immigrant neighbors.
The very fact that we are separating families, dividing people and putting children in cages, that definitely stands, that really is an attack on our country's values. And, you know, this is not who we are.
Immigration advocates in the Bay Area are reaching out to undocumented immigrants, making sure they know their rights.
And among those active organizations is the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR. And joining us now via Skype is Samina Usman. Samina, why is CAIR involved in this when we're talking about mostly Latin American and Mexican migrants?
Well, actually, I mean, people who are undocumented, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are from the Latin American countries. It's also, there are people who are undocumented who are from the Asian Pacific Islander communities as well. So this affects people globally, and it's a civil rights issue. We want to make sure that people know their rights. We want to make sure that people are prepared if they are encountered with such ICE agents.
And in tonight's You Paid For It, in a rare move, Columbus City Council is helping immigrants fight deportation.
Back in October, a city council established a fund using $185,000 tax dollars to help immigrants facing what councilors are calling aggressive deportation. Now, the three nonprofits selected for the fund include Advocates for Basic Legal Equity, the Council on American Islamic Relations, and Catholic Social Services are.
There is no way tax money should be used to fund an effort to thwart American law enforcement by the Council on American Islamic Relations.